So let us begin with yoga for everybody. Let's get started. We're going to start seated today. So, I know there's something I was thinking, there's something I've forgotten. I have to do this, sorry to interrupt that. It's like there's something missing, and it's the bell. There we go. There's not many times I've forgotten that. I'm glad I remembered that. So let's just find ourselves seated, cross-legged. If you need to put a cushion underneath you, that's fine. Then we'll have a little bit of a rock. Let's just start nice and softly. Feel into our bodies, having a little rock side to side. And breathe in through the nostrils and just have some releasing breaths out through the mouth. Just so we can land and arrive and be here now in this moment. Be here now, those famous words I always connect with Ram Dass. Let's just circle the knees. So let's be with our knees. Nice, soft, circling movements with the hands on the knees. And let the hands just rest on the knees, nice and heavy with the arms. Sitting nice and tall. So feeling that lift from the crown. Again, breathe into the nostrils and sigh out through the mouth without collapsing, keeping that integrity there. And now we're going to chant the mantra Om 3 times, just to begin and to raise the vibration a little bit before we begin, or to make our beginning. Breathing in. Just feel your breath, feel your connection with the ground, the body and the ground. Okay, let's just do some circles here just to get this back and body kind of a little bit more fluid. So we start off by sitting tall, inhaling, and we just keep the hands on the knees, and we come forwards with the exhale, with a straight back, and then around to the right, inhaling, leaning back. Exhaling, coming forward. So keeping that length, always feeling a lift from the chest, but feeling the lift is happening in the ribs. So your waist is nice and long, the shoulders are down away from the ears, so everything is lengthened. You feel that lift ultimately in the crown. Breathing out, taking the crown forwards, breathing in, leaning back. And actually, probably the best place to bring our attention is the center of the body and the center of the heart, center of the chest. And think about that area and think about that little journey that it's making there. It's drawing a nice circle. This little orbit, it's making this little orbit above the base of the body. Breathing out, making it smooth and even. And come to center. And let's do this humming. Humming great, particularly for these colder months. Energizing the system, clearing out the cobwebs. Breathing in. Coming forwards and around to the left this time. Coming to center. And then thinking the fingers and stretching up. Pushing the hands up, extending through the elbows, breathing, keeping the back of the neck long, chin slightly tucked in. So we're feeling our wings opening up, the sides of the body, breathing in, feel the chest expand, breathing out, pressing the hands up. just soften that a little bit. We're just going to do a little bit of a side bend. So breathing in to stretch up, and then breathing out, leaning over to the left, keeping the sitting bones down, breathing in, coming up. Hasn't got to be that big a movement. We're just lengthening through the side. So you can think about leaning, but you can also think about extending. So whatever side you're leaning to, I'm leaning to the left, so I'm extending through my right, but I'm not letting my shoulder come up. I'm just keeping that down away from the ear. Inhaling. So keeping a softness around this as well, keeping the shoulders relaxed down away from the ears and staying with your breath. Do one more each side, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Come back to center. Inhaling, exhaling, lowering the arms down. Good. And let's just take the hands to the lower back. Give the lower back a little bit of a rub there. Yeah, just because it feels good, and why not? Yeah, just give that a little rub, and then take the fingers to the whole chest area. Make some sound again into the sternum, the whole chest area. Get those stiff fingers, straight fingers. Front of the shoulders. Let your sound out. Good. Yeah, that feels really nice and enlivening, brightening. Left hand on the left side. Nice bendy elbow, fingers pointing forwards. Inhale, extend up through the right side, extend the fingers to the ceiling, and then reaching over the body. And you can just bend and soften into that left elbow. Keep that shoulder, left shoulder relaxed. So extending right into the fingers, but again, trying not to have the shoulder up around the ear, just kind of keeping that softness in the shoulder. And also keeping the sitting bones down. So keeping that ground, that root. Keep breathing. Breathing in. And on the out breath, just let the elbow fall forwards, the arm fall forwards and come up to seated again. Yeah. Right hand on the right side, bend the elbow. Inhale, extend it for the left. Watch that hand as it reaches up. Keep an eye on the ceiling as you bend into the right elbow and reach over the body. Again, rooting and grounding through the sitting bones. Keeping that left shoulder relaxed away from the ear, keeping the right shoulder relaxed down. You can even come onto the forearm if that's okay for you, if that's available to you. And we're just freeing up some space in the left side of the body. One more breath in. On the out breath, let the left arm fall forwards, the elbow fall forwards and come up to seated. Yeah, how does that feel? Have a little bit of a wriggle there, see how that feels. Instant the fingers in front of the body, really getting into this chest expansion. Inhale, exhaling, taking the arms forward, dropping the head down, opening across the shoulder blades. So really feeling that, breathing into that, really breathing into that space. We're creating space in the chest cavity. So we're taking the hands forward, we're dropping down, looking down at the heels really, and expanding the back of the heart. So really feel that's expanding, but also pulling backwards. The heart is pulling backwards, the hands are coming forwards. So back of the shoulders, back of the chest, back of the chest, the back of the heart. Breathing in and then releasing and letting go of the arms there. Yeah, just have a little bit of a shuffle with the shoulders. Feels nice just to get that openness. Into the fingers behind the back, let the hands just rest on the back. Neck is nice and long, so drop the shoulders down, look down at the ground just in front of you. Breathing in to the chest, across the chest, breathing out. Take the hands away from the back and extend them backwards, and the chest is coming forwards. So really opening the front of the shoulders, and the neck is nice and released. So we've got lots of space for the shoulders when we just relax the neck there. We have the head up, it's kind of a little bit too kind of rigid there. So we want to keep that openness in the neck. Just lifting the hands away from the body, breathing with that. One more breath in, and then release those arms. Okay, let's stretch the legs out. Extend them out, make them nice and wide. We're going to come into our lion pose. So if you want to sit on something, you can. Hands are going to come forwards or out to the sides. We start here with the hands together, gather ourselves, gather the energy, breathing in, and then let that fire come through your body, breathing in, chest is coming forward. So it's really forward motion. Breathing in. Let's do one more. Breathing in. Good. Let's gather those legs up. Bring the knees into the body. Hug the knees for a moment. Relax the upper back now. Let the head fall to the knees. Hugging the legs towards yourself. Breathe into the nostrils. Out through the mouth. Let it go. Good. I'm going to just roll over onto all fours now. So here on all fours, flatten the feet behind, knees under the hips, hands under the shoulders, soft elbows. Let's see if we can do these opposite movements. So extending the right arm, left leg, inhaling, exhaling, bringing the hand and knee down. Inhaling, extending the left arm and right leg, and exhaling, bringing that down. So we're shifting, so making this a real extension. Inhaling, exhaling, softening that. Inhale. Even when you're extending the finger to the toe, we're trying to keep a little bit of softness in the arm, in the elbow of the arm that's on the ground. So this arm doesn't sort of straighten up. It keeps that openness. This is where we're keeping that length. Exhale. And you soften the elbows even more, just to, when you come down to land on both hands, and it helps to remind you to keep that softness and that engagement in the arms. So it's almost like that shoulder coming back away from this right arm. That's probably a good way to remind you not to lock the elbow. So if my right arm is going forwards, it's almost like the shoulder is wanting to come back to create length here. So we've got lots of extension, parts of the body moving away from each other. Inhale, exhale. Inhaling, making sure the hand that's on the ground with the fingers spread wide and the palm engaged with the hand. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Let's do one more. Inhale, exhale. And then sit back onto the heels. Slide the hands away, bring your forehead to the ground. Breathe into the nostrils and sigh out through the mouth. Let it go. There you go. Releasing the back of the shoulders. Really releasing and softening, opening the armpits to the ground. Without any force or strain, we're just releasing them with that out breath, with that sigh. Really sitting deeply into the sitting bones, into the ankles, into the heels. Good. Let's just move the back here. So keeping the hands, expand the fingers wide. Inhaling, coming up to all fours. Exhaling, taking the hips forwards, opening the chest. Shoulders down away from the ears. Expand across the front of the chest. Exhale, sit back into the heels. Really lengthen as if your tail is wanting to be, it's being pulled backwards. So we're lengthening. Inhale, exhale. And we can exaggerate this movement if we pair or go with the breath. So if there's breath there, as we come forward into this cobra-like position, we exhale, we expand, we reach the heart upwards. Inhale, it's just coming to the center again. Exhale, sitting back, imagining the tail is going back. We're pressing back with the hands. So it's not forcing, it's just expanding a little bit more. And seeing if we can exhale a little bit more, empty out a little bit more. Exhale, empty out. To really get that full expansion, full expression of this little sequence. This time as you sit back, we're going to just rest there. Bring the forehead to the ground, sweep the arms back into the pose of the child. Back to the arms on the ground. Shoulders are relaxed forward, so let them hang. And soften the face. Breathe into the nostrils. Make the sound with the mouth to release and soften the mouth, lips and tongue. Yeah, enjoy the sound. Make it as silly as you like. Breathing in. Good. And just slowly come up to kneeling, lifting the head up. assisting yourself if you need to. Let's take the hands forward once again. This time we're going to come into a lunge. So we're going to bring the weight onto the left hand and left knee and take the right foot forwards. So it's between the hands there. Coming up. If you need to, I need to widen the stance a little bit. Just widen. Okay, so we're going to breathe in, lift the arms up. The palms are coming together. The hands are going back, inhaling, exhaling. The hips are going forwards. So we have this counterweight, this arms are going back, which prevents us from, going too far forwards. So we're and that's what's creating this lovely supported bend through the spine. Breathing in, come up. Breathing out, bring the hands down. Let's see if we can just lengthen this right leg, the front leg. So we're thinking about the big toe going forwards into the ground and the right hip lifting up away from us, up to the ceiling. And we're letting the body relax down. Breathe. Keeping the hands on the ground to support you, to balance you, steady you. Now come back up and take the weight onto the left hand, left foot, and take that right knee back. And then we're going to bring the left knee forward. So put the weight on the right knee and the right hand, bring that left foot forwards, get it there however which way. And then we're going to lift up into this kneeling position. If you need to, you can tuck the toe under, that feels better for you. And also you can pad up the knee with something underneath it, blankets or cushions. Inhale, lift the arms up, palms come together. So we're stretching up and back. So it's really very exaggerated, this openness in the chest and the shoulders going back down away from the ears. Exhaling, taking the hips forwards. So we get this lovely crescent moon. So very in keeping with the new moon, with this crescent moon we should be seeing in the sky tonight. And look up if you want to, the balance is okay and it feels okay for your neck, otherwise just looking forwards. Coming up on the inhale, lowering the arms on the exhale, bring the hands either side of this left foot and extend the left leg. So how to extend that, pressing the big toe into the ground and extending the sitting bones away from you or the hip away from you. And up, up and away. So it's a nice diagonal, you can see. We're creating and letting the body relax down without forcing. We don't go into pain, we just find the discomfort, very different, two very distinctly different sensations. Important to discern between. Come back up and then take that left knee back, sit back onto the heels once more. Breathing, bring the forehead down. Breathe in through the nostrils, out through the mouth. Release. Take another one in through the nostrils, out through the mouth. Let's find our downward dog. So expand the fingers nice and wide. Really engage the hands, the palms of the hands with the ground. Come up onto all fours. Inhale, tuck the toes under. Exhale, lift the knees off the ground. And we're coming into downward dog. Let's just walk the dog first of all. So we're looking back at our feet, not looking at the hands. We're pressing into the hands, the whole of the hands. We're keeping some space between the shoulders, so you need to soften the elbows slightly. And now we're bringing one heel down at a time. And we're also keeping lots of length through the waist, so keeping the tummy tucked in and breathing into the chest. Get longer and longer through the spine, and then find that stillness. Wherever it doesn't matter if the heels aren't down, that's what we're working towards. But we try and keep the length in the spine. That's the most important thing, the priority here. And then you start to bring the heels down gradually as the hamstrings and calves begin to become a little bit more elastic. And now we're going to walk the feet towards the hands, bend the knees and let the body hang. Let the head hang. Knees are bent, weight of the arms hanging forwards. Breathe in through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. Sigh, make some sound. Now feel that little bit of heat at the base of the spine, a little bit of light rising up through your center. Leave the arms hanging. Keep breathing in and out through the nostrils. Keep the knees bent. Let's see if we can uncurl ourselves, uncurl the spine. At the same time as uncurling, we're rebuilding and creating space and length in the spine. Lift the shoulders and roll them back. Inhale, exhale, just enjoying this more open, more expressive body, particularly around the chest. We're looking at a lot of the chest area. So hopefully it's feeling a bit more open now. And let's just do move and breathe with this nice, fresh, open body. Feet hips width apart. So as you inhale, you're going to lift the arms and lift the heels off the ground. Bring the hands together. And as you breathe out, the hands are coming down and the heels are coming down slowly. Beautiful little practice. Touch the fingers at the bottom of this circle. We're tracing a circle with the fingertips, inhaling, reaching up, touching the hands together, and then exhaling, coming down. Heels coming down slowly. See if you can control that movement. This is something you can do every day. Be great for your focus, for bringing our attention to our breath, slowing down the breath, coming to a much more mindful state. And also you get a bit of balance in here. So we're really doing a lot of different things in a very simple, cohesive way. And we're also drawing this beautiful circle around ourselves. Maybe we need something at the beginning of the day. Particularly this is great at the beginning of the day. If you're brave, you can do this outside. If you have an outside space, it feels really good. If you're even brave, you can do it with bare feet on the outside space. And that is really good. Great for grounding, earthing ourselves. Inhaling all the way up, lifting. So it's not just lifting the heels, you're also pressing off the toes. And you can feel yourself, feel this elevation, feel the crown lifting, feel the lightness of the body as you lift up. And feel the body is relaxing and softening, coming back down to the ground. The arms are just floating down as the heels come down. We bring the hands together briefly just to seal. Breathe in through the nostrils, out through the nostrils. Just enjoying that feeling. Good. Okay. Let's come into a little cross crawl. Lift the left knee, meet it with the right hand, and go the other way. So we're just going nice and easily, but very mindfully. I'm actually slowing this down a little bit, letting the hands move. So there's a tiny little twist going on there, letting the hands move through space. Reconnecting, reconfiguring the flow of energy in the body. Then we're going to extend the leg, meet it with the opposite hand. Breathing in and out through the nostrils the whole time. Keep that energy moving, keep the breath flowing. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Notice when you stop breathing. Notice when you're holding your breath or when you are breathing shallowly. Notice that. And now we're going to take the leg out to the side, and the opposite arm going over. So again, having a look at the side body, breathing all the time, just finding our body-brain connection, body-mind connection, coordination, connection. That's what we're all looking for, is connection. Okay. And lift the shoulders, breathing in, and let them drop. And again, breathing in, squeeze them up high. Let them drop through the mouth. And again, breathing in, squeeze, hold, and out through the mouth. Let them drop. And we'll do a little sweeping with the half breath. Just check your feet, lift the toes and place them down. Lift the heels, place them down. Have a look at your feet. So you're grounding, earthing, becoming physicalized. And then inhale strongly, look up, swing the arms up, and exhale. Good. So inhale, and then let the arms swing. Inhale, and everything out through the mouth in one ha. One more. Inhale. Good. And we'll just have the arms and the hands coming behind and in front. Enjoying the freedom in the shoulders, but hopefully we've opened the shoulders a little bit up. And let's come to the front of the mat. I'm going to start some standing. So bringing the feet hips width apart and parallel with the feet. Just checking your posture, point the tailbone down, strong belly, lift the chest. Lots of length here in the front of the body. And we're going to step back into triangle. Weight on the left foot, step back with the right. It's nice distance, not too big, and a nice right angle with the feet. Get the hips level. Breathe in, lift the arms up, lift the chest. Breathing out, bring the arms to shoulder height. Drop the shoulders, lift the chest. Inhale. Exhaling, reaching over to your left and down. Right arm floats up, rises up. Really see if you can get that space between the right shoulder and the right ear. Lots of length from the right side of the neck. Also think about the neck being in line with the spine, not hanging. Keeping that liveliness, shoulders down, neck is long. Looking up and turning the head up to the right hand, soften the knees. Just give the knees a little bit of a bend, just to remind them to stay active rather than locked. That's a locked knee and it's kind of disengaging from the legs. We want to keep lively legs, fingers extending up, toes wiggling to keep that liveliness in the feet and the legs. That connection, that sense of connection with the body. Openness in the chest to the ceiling. Good. See if you can go one more breath in and out. Use the next inhale, maybe a slight bend of the left knee to come up, and exhale, lower the arms down. Bend the right knee, bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Take a moment, weight onto the right foot, step back with the left. Find your feet, even weight between the feet. Posture, pointing the tailbone down, strong belly. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring the arms to shoulder height. Inhale, open the hands wide. Exhale, reaching over to the right and then down. Make a connection with that lower leg. Reach up, away. Turn the head to look up at those fingers. There's always the option of taking that hand behind the back. You'll see how this keeps that shoulder back as well. And hold the spine if you want some more support there. Put the back of the hand. Otherwise, keep that arm elevated. Soften the knees. Legs lively. Feet lively. Wiggle the toes. Expand the chest. Breathe. Feel that expansion. Engagement with your body. One more breath in. Use the next inhale, maybe bending into that right knee, coming up, and lower the arms down on the exhale. Bend into the left knee, bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Reverse triangle, we're going to do this straight away. Weight on the left foot, take a step back, same step, but then swivel the feet, both feet facing forward, parallel with the feet, nice and square. Soft knees, not bent, soft. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, bring the arms to shoulder height. Inhale, expand. Nice strong line between the fingertips. Exhale, turning towards the right leg, outside of the right leg. Inhale here. Exhale, bring the left hand down to the outside of the right leg. This could be, on the thigh, outside of the knee. It could be on the calf. It could be right down to the ankle. Reaching up away from it with the right hand. Looking up at that right hand, looking up at the ceiling. Strong legs, strong back. It's a strong twist as well here, so breathe into that. You're going to feel there's less space for your breath, but breathe into that restriction. One more breath in. On the exhale, bring the right hand down to the right foot, take the left hand out over to the left foot. And we just take the fingers to the center, fingertips, come up on the fingertips, look forwards, take the chest forwards. Inhaling and then exhaling, forward bend. See if you can flatten the hands or just bring the head further down towards the ground. We do that again, breathing in, coming up onto the fingertips, look forwards. Exhale, forward bend. Let's do one more of those. Come up on the fingertips, inhale. Exhale, forward bend. Okay, so now we're going to come up on the fingertips one more time. And look forwards only as a way to come to this halfway point, taking the hands to the waist or hips. Keep those shoulders away from your ears, keep the elbows lifted, strong back. Use your abdominal strength as well. You can hold your back if you need to. Breathe here. Use the next inhale to lift yourself back up and exhale, release. Good. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, bring the arms to shoulder height. Inhale, expand. Exhale, turn towards the left leg. Inhale here. Exhale, right hand comes down to the outside of the left leg, wherever you want to go. Could be down to the ankle. Or you can always hold something, a block, if you have a block here, at the side of the foot. The ankle's good because you can hold on to it. So if you can get down that far, it's a good sort of anchor. Reaching up away. Use your breath. Don't push or force. Use the breath. Strong, dig deep with the breath. One more breath in. On the exhale, bring the left hand down to the left foot, right hand over to the right foot. Fingertips to the center. Inhale, look forwards. Exhale, just let everything go on the exhale. Let the head hang and bend the knees, let the body hang. We're in a wide leg ragdoll. In through the nostrils. Let's get some of those sighs going. Let it go. Good. So we're going to start lifting from the base of the spine. Leave the arms heavy, leave the head heavy, keep the knees bent. It really makes a difference when you keep those knees bent and rise up, roll up through that spine. Keep breathing in and out the whole time. Don't hold the breath and then come to standing. Okay. So we're going to turn that left foot back and then we're going to step forward back to the front of the mat. Good. Let's take a little rest here. So we're going to just come into a little squat here. So squatting. How's the squatting going? Hope it's going a bit better. Maybe you're taking the pillows or stools or cushions or blocks away. Let's rest the backs of the hands on the ground. Let's give ourselves to this squat. Body's hanging between the knees. Don't forget, if the heels are off the ground, put something underneath them. Blankets, blocks, cushions, books, anything you have around. And let the head hang. Breathing into the nostrils. Out through the mouth. Let it go. And then lift the head slowly. Lift back up. Bring the hands together, pressing the elbows into the knees. If you find yourself falling backwards, then again, put something underneath your heels or pop something underneath your bottom. Maybe there's a cushion or a small stool you can sit on, but trying to support you in this movement. And the key really is taking the chest forwards, dropping the shoulders down. Breathe. One more breath in. And release on the out breath. Take the hands to the floor once more, coming into ragdoll. Knees are bent, body hanging. Inhale. Exhale. Keep breathing in and out through the nostrils as you slowly uncurl. It's like the sun rising. Sun is rising up through the very center of your body, feeling it rising up through your center, through the center of your head, out through the crown. It's that sunshine coming out through the crown. Just feel that lovely movement. Okay. Let's come into a warrior. We're going to do warrior. Actually, we're going to start at the back of the mat. Let's come into warrior one in the back of the mat. Slightly different. Feet in a little V shape with a space between the heels. Weight on the right foot. Big step forward with the right. Get that to land. Get the hips facing forwards. Point the tailbone down. Right hip back, left hip forwards. Breathing in, lift the arms up. So they're facing, the hands are facing each other and the arms are back out of your line of vision. Exhale, bending into the right knee. So find this warrior, this strong warrior. Look up at the space between the hands. Just test your balance. If that's okay for you, then keep your gaze upwards. So really checking that the arms, you can see the arms in line with the body rather than coming forwards. You know, this is going to put you out of balance. And if you're a warrior, you're kind of already off balance. If you need to take action, you're not going to have that impetus that comes from being really grounded and evenly balanced between the feet. You've got somewhere to come from. So ground that back foot down. Strong left leg, strong back leg. Keep extending up through the elbows, but keep the shoulders down. Breathe. Come up on the inhale. Lower the arms on the exhale. Let's come into our forward bend. So inhale, extend the arms up or support the back. Choose. Exhale, bending that front knee, the right knee slightly as you come over the leg. Make connection with the ground. And then extend through the right leg. So pressing the big toe into the ground. You've already had a slight version of this in that lunge on the ground. So maybe it'll be slightly less of a shock to the system. extending, feeling that right hip, the right sitting bone reaching back and upwards away. It's a nice diagonal we're looking at here. Breathe. Keep that hand solid on the ground, support you. And keep that big toe of the right foot pressing into the ground. That makes all the difference. Breathing deeply and slowly in and out to the nostrils. Keep your focus. Now bending that right knee, we're going to soften out of that. Walk the hands up the leg. Good. And we just step forward. Nice and simple. Sorry, we step backwards in fact. We just come forwards. Let's go back. I'm used to doing it that way. Stepping backwards. Stepping backwards is more scary. Maybe that's what it is. We're going to put the weight on the right foot and we step forward with the left. So we're going into the side now. I wonder why I was so far forward on the mat. Oh, there we are. Put the right hip forward, left hip back. Strong back leg. The heel is really sinking into the earth. Keep the body upright. This is a tricky bit, keeping the tailbone, pointed down and strong belly, where it kind of wants to do this, it wants to just kind of relax. But try and keep that strength here, that band around your center. Inhale, lift the arms up, right by the ears, the arms. Exhale, bending into the left knee. As the left knee goes forwards, keep that anchor in that right leg, strong. Right buttock pushing forwards to help that right hip, come forwards and open. Front of the hip. Look up at the space between the hands. Keep the shoulders down away from the ears. Neck is long. Nice openness in the throat. Lifting the chest all the time. Just feel everything working together. This, everything is wanting to open, expand, but stay grounded. So there's a lot of energy in this. Warrior one. Virabhadrasana 1. Breathe. Go a little deeper into that bend of the left knee. Good. Come up on the inhale. Lower the arms on the exhale. Let's see if we can come into this forward bend. Soften the knees slightly to begin. Inhale, overextend or hold the back. Exhaling, coming over that leg, making contact with the ground. Doesn't matter how bent that knee is to begin. We're going to lengthen the left leg. Push the big toe into the ground. Lift that sitting bone. Lift that hip away from the foot, away from the toe. Creating space. We're creating space in this left leg. Rather than stretching it or straightening it, we're creating space. Yeah. And the body's relaxing down towards this leg. Breathing deeply and spaciously in and out through the nostrils. Now bending to the left knee, walk the hands back up the leg. This time we're going to step back as we had before. So you need to bend into that knee and step back. Let's shake everything up a little bit. So feet hips apart, knees are going, hips are going, and shoulders are going. How good that feels. It's kind of evening out everything and warming everything up as well. So we're going to come into our half sun salutes now. So I'm going to start this way around so you can see the view, the side view. Just checking your feet, lift the toes up, place them down. Lift the heels up, place them down. And try that again, lift the toes, as if you're trying to get all the toes off the ground as much as possible. Place them down. How's that feel? Lift the heels as high as you can off the ground. And place them down. Try to make them place down rather than plop down. Okay, ready? Inhale, lift the arms up, look up. Exhale, arms coming down, knees bending, fingertips touch the ground. Inhale, look forwards, hands on the knees, shoulders back, lengthen so that the heart wants to go forwards. Exhale, forward bend, so that's when the tail wants to go upwards. Bend the knees a lot. Now the face wants to go upwards, the hands wants to go upwards with that inhale and the exhale. Inhale, hands and eyes go up. Exhale. Hands and eyes go down, knees bend, fingertips touch the floor. Now we're coming, fingertips touch the knees, we look forwards, and we open that chest. It's like the shoulders peel back. Exhale, forward bend. Bend the knees. Eyes and hands and fingers go up, the inhale goes up, the exhale, the arms come down. Going with this flow. Going at the pace that feels good to you. Knees bend, fingertips touch the ground. Inhale. So nice just to be in this flow. Exhale, forward bend, bend the knees. Inhale, pressing up through the feet. Inhale, exhale. Good. Inhale, exhale. Knees bend, fingertips touch the ground. Inhale, look forwards. Exhale, forward bend. Yeah, it's like almost, it just takes over. The breath takes over. See if you can feel that sense of the breath leading this movement. Then you've really got it. Inhale, reach up. So the body is following the breath. The knees bend, the fingertips touch the ground. Exhaling. Inhale, the heart lifts up, the shoulders peel back. Exhale, forward bend. Let it all go before inhaling. So we need to empty out. So we've got a full in-breath. That needs a big in-breath to come up. Inhale. Exhale slowly as your knees bend as the fingertips touch the ground. Inhale strongly. Open the heart. Exhale fully. Really empty out as you come into this forward bend. And then bend the knees. And then lift up. Full inhale. Exhale. Let's do one more of these. Inhale. Be really mindful of this. Inhale, look up. Exhale, leading with the face, leading with the chest. Fingertips come to the ground. Knees are bent. Inhale, just lift up. Particularly the head lifts up and looks forwards. And exhale, forward bend with a straight leg. So see if we can stay in this forward bend. Just for a couple of breaths, just to feel into this. So to come out, to give us a bit more space, we come up onto the fingertips, look forwards. And then we take the chest down towards the ground, towards the big toes. We need to have, if you're not reaching the floor, put something on the floor. Don't be floating. The better to either bend the knees and touch the floor, and then lift the tail, or have something on the ground to make contact. Keeping the eyes looking at the big toes, rather than looking between the legs or looking at the knees, we're looking at the big toes. This encourages the chest to come forwards, or come down rather. Bend the knees. And we're going to let our body hang, let the head hang, and slowly uncurl now. Slowly uncurl to standing. Coming up to standing slowly. And we just roll the shoulders back a few times. And let's loosen it all up. Take the feet apart. Bend the knees. And just come into these twists. Yeah, just feel that fluidity and freedom. Noticing, how do I feel now? Being with the breath, being with the body, feeling my arms, the freedom, the arms swinging around, and come to a stop. That's the balance now. I'm going to come into tree balance. So nice, beautiful balance here. Bring the weight onto the left foot, bending the left knee. Take that right knee out to the side, and the foot either on the ankle with the toes on the ground. Hold on to something if you need to, or on the calf. We don't want it on the knee. Could be on the thigh, on the inside thigh. We're able to get there. Press that thigh back if you're on the thigh. Ooh, press back a bit too hard then. And taking that knee out to the side, so nice and open across the hips. Lift the chest away. Inhale, lift the arms up. We bring the hands together, then we bring them into the chest, into the heart center. So lift the chest. Create space here in the front of the body. Shoulders down, back of the neck long. So everything is very engaged here, but expansive. Shoulders are going down, neck is getting long, crown is lifting. Hands are pressing together evenly. I'm ungripping my toes. Ungrip your toes and feel all the wobbles much more interesting when we're really involved with this and allowing ourselves to feel those wobbles, feel the breeze moving the trunk, and breathing. Focus the eyes on something still and breathe. See if we can stay a little bit longer. And we come out smoothly. So if we're still here, or just return, see if you can do this coming out. Inhale, exhale, lower the arms down. Take hold of the right knee, lifting that nice and high, and let it go, releasing it down through space. Give the legs a little shake once they're there. Just evening your legs up, and then we'll bring the weight into the right foot. Imagine the roots going down from the sole of that foot. Turn that knee out to the left knee, placing the foot on the inside of that ankle or the calf or the thigh. Press the thigh back evenly to the center line. Open the hip. So as soon as I think about opening the hip, then I'm thinking about opening the whole front of the body. So rather than having this kind of, kind of hunched over, really encourage that openness. And you also notice how the shoulders sit back. Inhale, open the arms up. We'll have the arms expanded this time. We've got this lovely tree. Maybe you can see some trees from where you are, emulating, saying, hello trees, I'm another tree too. With our branches, arm branches, fingers like twigs, head, the crown. You've got this beautiful crown. Yeah, expanded. We see now this time of year, we see the trees exposed. See their skeletons, their structures. All very beautiful. Good, breathe. Lifting the arms on the inhale, bringing the hands down through the body on the exhale, taking hold of the left knee, giving it a little bit of a squeeze, and letting it go. Slowly down to the ground, shake the legs. Now we have a little bit of balance going on. Let's come to the ground. We're going to come in a forward bend. So we inhale, lift up, exhale, coming down slowly, or take hold of the back if you want to. Bring your fingers to the ground. Come up on the inhale, so looking up, come on the fingertips. As we bring the hands down, we bring the weight onto the left foot, and we take the right foot back in a big step. And then we take the left foot back in a big step. Now we're in downward dog. So we just have a moment in downward dog, see how it feels now. Second time today, maybe it feels a bit more spacious for us. And now we're going to just come into up dog. So inhale, look towards the hands, come up into up dog. If you find that it's not possible to have your knees off the ground, have your knees on the ground. But it's very much, here's plank, the straight body. But we're letting the openness of the front of the body. So we're taking the shoulders back. Good. Let's come to downward dog again. So inhaling, lifting the bottom up. Exhaling, coming into downward dog. Okay. This time, we're going to look towards the hands, inhaling, and we come to plank. So it's different. It's very different kind of position. Body is in a straight line. So the chest is above the palms. Now we're going to come onto the front of the body. So lowering down or bringing the knees to the ground. Rest. Take a moment's rest here. Turn the head back to the arms on the ground. Inhale through the nostrils, sigh out through the mouth. And just feel some release here. Feel the breath expanding against the ground. As you inhale, feel the body expanding, pressing against the ground. So you feel that sense of having a body, that physical experience, your breath, your life, your aliveness. It's good to feel your aliveness. Let's come into a back bend here. So you can take the feet off the ground, so your knees are at a right angle, and then either turn the hands over, or if you can take hold of the feet, you can take hold of the feet. So we're going to come into a bow. But if you're not able to get hold of the feet, then just turn the hands over. So bringing forward the ground, either or. On the inhale, you're going to lift the head off the ground. And if you're into the bow, you're going to try and get the knees off the ground. If you're with the hands on the ground, you're just lifting the chest and taking the shoulders off the ground as much as possible. But we've still got the feet elevated, and this still gets a feeling, a similar feeling, very similar feeling, but less pronounced of the bow. So just a different version, whatever is more accessible to you, available to you. One more breath in, release down, lower the body down, lower the legs down, turn the head to the other side. Have a little rest there. Now slide the hands up to base level, push into the hands, walk the hands back, sit back into the heels, and just allow yourself to just enjoy that Swan position, yeah. Maybe creep the hands to the top left-hand corner of the mat just to get a little bit of extra expansion in the right shoulder. And breathe into it. And then creep the fingers as if they want to reach the top right-hand corner of the mat. Still sitting back into the heels, but we're just expanding one side at a time. Into the nostrils, out through the mouth. And then come back to center. In through the nostrils, out through the mouth. So we're going to just find our way onto our backs. So you can find your own way or you can follow me. So I'm going to come up onto all fours from here, tuck the toes under, inhaling, exhaling, lift the knees off the ground, walk the feet towards the hands, then bring my hands behind, bring the bottom to the ground, stretch the legs out in front. So that's a nice way to come to the ground. And then slowly now, if you're still with me, we're going to lower down slowly. Breathing in and out through the nostrils, bringing the fingers towards the toes, all the time stretching towards the toes, trying to get the toes, keeping that tension, but keeping the softness and fluidity with the breath. So we've got this dual aspect all the time. And we can bring this into our life. You know, when we've got something difficult to do, we might need to use some power, use our own ability and our choice of using the tensions, but keep that softness around it with the breath. Let's hug the knees. Bring the knees up, take the hands around the knees and have a little rock side to side. Oh, yeah, enjoy your back being in connection with the ground. Have a moment lying on the ground. So we're lying on the floor, wherever we are. Underneath this floor, there is earth. In your particular part of the earth where you are. So just connecting with that sense. Extend the heels up, extend the arms up. So not letting the legs knock together, they're all separate limbs. And then we're going to rotate the wrists and ankles all at the same time, just enjoying that fluidity in the limbs. Just might even want to let that get into the arms, the whole arms and the whole legs. These spirals in whatever way makes sense. And the other way. So circling the other way. Finding that flexibility, fluidity in the body. And hug the knees once more. Give them a squeeze. Okay, we've got time for a little twist. So take the feet, we'll have the feet together today, but they're away from the bottom. Extend the arms out to the sides. Then do a lying twist, breathing in. As you breathe out, let the knees fall to the left, the head goes over to the right. And we're just going to stay there for a couple of breaths. So try and keep the feet, sides of the feet together. It's like one big foot. Head is going one way, knees are going the other way. So we create this twist. And you can close your eyes with this one if you want to. And just see if you can feel what happens to the body on that exhale. Breathing in and out through the nostrils. Just letting the weight of the legs do the work. See if you can feel, with your eyes closed, maybe feeling the impact of the twist. Then use the inhale to lift the knees to center, lift the head to center. Coming back onto the feet and letting the knees on the exhale, letting the knees fall to the right, the head over to the left. And again, closing the eyes or keeping them closed, just feeling that release that's happening in the spine. Bring your attention, your focus of attention to the spine. Maybe you can imagine you're breathing into that spine. Breathing into the base, imagine you're drawing the air up from the base of the spine. And that breath is traveling up through the body, right to the crown, right to the top of the head. And exhaling out through the body. Use the inhale to lift the knees to center once more, and exhale. Hug the knees again, hug the knees one more, and let's just draw a circle on the ground, just to free up the back a little bit before we come to lying in Shavasana. Inhaling as the knees go away, Exhaling as you draw the knees in. You can make this as exaggerated as you want. You can make it very big and take your hands away, or you can make this very small. We go the other way as well, and you can choose whether you make this very small circles, whatever you feel you need. It's important, again, you know, actually being able to know, what do I need? What do I want? What does my body actually need? Not what I think it needs. Most of the time it could do with some breath and some movement, actually. But done in the right way, you know, with kindness. Breathing in, and feet on the floor, slide the legs away. Put some space between the feet, let the feet fall out to the sides, let the arms fall out to the sides, palms facing the ceiling. Tuck the chin in lightly. Some of you may need a very small cushion or a folded blanket underneath the head to keep the neck in line with the spine. You find when you bring your head on the ground that your chin is lifted and your spine isn't going to be in alignment. So you need to have that. So once you're there, you find yourself in Shavasana, corpse pose, very fine pose. Then we can let the body go. Let it release into the ground. With the eyes closed, most important, close the eyes, take the focus inwards. We're going to relax, we're going to actively relax. So if your tendency is to kind of just start looking around, not really being engaged with this part, then this is the challenging part. This is the part for you to really, you know, commit to. I'm going to commit to this relaxation. If you feel there's still tension in the body, breathe in through the nostrils and sigh out through the mouth. And just let the body settle, let the breath settle. Breath coming in and out through the nostrils softly and easily. Just listening to my voice and noticing when your mind is wandering off. And, you know, often when we're coming towards the end of something, mind is already on to the next thing. Notice that tendency. Notice the tendency. It's very normal. And still, instead, bring your attention back to this present moment, really just enjoying and releasing and giving yourself fully to this moment and letting it go. Feeling the body on the ground, letting it go, letting it soften, allowing it to melt. Melt like chocolate. The body's melting into the earth, merging with the earth, feeling the earth receiving the body. Feel yourself becoming part of the earth. And your breath, the breath of the earth. Breath coming in, breath going out without any effort. It's just coming and going, ebbing and flowing. Watching the body expand and contract, watching the body, belly rising and falling, chest expanding and contracting. And so we come to the end of our relaxation. And just some words. Hopefully you're feeling a sense of connection to the earth, to this experience, to this universe. And here's some words from Chief Seattle. Humankind has not woven the web of life. We are but one thread within it. Whatever we do to the web, we do to ourselves. Rather lovely few words there. With that, we start to come slowly. Maybe give ourselves a stretch. Breathe a little deeper. Yeah, move the body a little bit. And find our way, hug the knees, maybe roll onto our side. Just find a nice, easy way to come to seated. Whatever way feels good. Taking your time, enjoying, and bringing yourself back to seated. And when you are seated, just also the eyes are open now, looking around, looking at your body, feeling yourself coming back into your body, back into the present moment, back into the day. And we rub the palms together, create some heat and energy between the palms of the hands. And we place those hands nice and warmed over the heart center. Close the eyes, bring your focus into your heart space. And bring to mind your sankalpa, your intention. And say that phrase or sentence to yourself. Whatever your intention is, whatever you want to encourage in yourself. And we say this with kindness, with compassion. Find that kind, friendly, compassionate voice within ourselves. Say that a few times and let it land and hold it. Good. Namaste. Thank you so much for your practice today. Beautiful.